Hey guys, this is Benita. I had gotten some information on the Grapevine, um, and it has to do with the role that I was in last year. I'm no longer in that role, but apparently the narrative still seems to be very fresh on the Grapevine. So I wanted to address the what I heard on the Grapevine because it's incorrect, and I didn't. It's hard to figure out how to correct something that's on the Grapevine without just putting it on the Grapevine. I would have did like IG live, but I don't think like IG outside of 90 seconds. I think you have to go live, and I did not want to go live. I just wanted to go ahead and get this video going. I am multitasking, but when I was in my previous role, uh, I had some clock rings, which is when you punch the clock or do a time card, physical time card, not virtual, but where you actually are punching a clock. I'm not sure how everybody does that now. And of course, a lot of people are exempt. You don't actually punch a clock. But anyway, I'm still, unfortunately, even though I've been exempt before and I've been self employed and all that stuff, I'm in a position where I have to punch a clock. So, needless to say, I did my 4 o'clock rings, which is begin my shift, out to lunch, in for lunch, and then in my shift. So those are 4 o'clock rings. So for some reason, I was doing 200% as far as work, and I went over about 10 minutes, and the 10 minutes apparently they decided to take my clock ring, the end my shift ring got adjusted, so they took the 10 minutes 10 of overtime from me. 10 minutes of overtime from me. I asked about I noticed, when I went to look at the online version of my time, I noticed that, it was altered that same week. So I made mention to supervisor, made mention to manager. So I made 2 levels and multiple attempts to get clarification about why my 10 minutes of overtime was taken, because I felt like I did 10 minutes, and there's a lot of people who goof off and what have you, but I feel like I earned my 10 minutes, so I wanted my 10 minutes, and nobody was able to answer any questions. Management didn't want to respond. I didn't get an answer, all that good stuff. So, I guess that's the way they wanted to operate. But I'm adult, and unfortunately, even from a management standpoint, you get people who want to manage adults, but they're not being adults. So you can take that however you want to take it. Needless to say, I felt ignored. I made every attempt to try to get clarification within the week that should have been corrected, in the pay period that should have been corrected, and I guess people wanted to give me their butt to kiss. So I was like, I don't do well with kissing butt. So I did escalate to because it's stealing. You took my natural clock ring. You're stealing time. So I reported it to the next level of because it's stealing. It's stealing. So I reported it, and it became something that the more senior leadership had to investigate. So senior leadership had to investigate, and then that was a whole different story. So I guess everything is they try to turn everything around, but that's just politics. But needless to say, we spent probably, I'm gonna say too much time discussing 10 minutes of overtime. I would say we probably spent, and since I'm still talking about this situation, I don't know how much time has been spent on the topic of the 10 minutes, but it's been too much time. So, too much time. But I'm not going to speak on it anymore, but I'm going to leave it at that, because if I continue, I'm going to hurt, probably hurt some more people's feelings. But anyway, the net of it is the management was so petty that the results of it was I got 5 minutes of regular pay and 5 minutes of overtime pay. So we, this is, several months later that we're discussing this situation, because it came up with this year about the situation because I escalated. So I'm the bad guy because I wanted 10 minutes of overtime, and I asked for it in the right pay period, but it's my fault that I asked for it in the right pay period. So it could have been corrected immediately, but it didn't get corrected immediately. But it's my fault that it didn't get corrected immediately. And it's my fault that I escalated it to the next level. It's my fault. That's how they play it. But I just explained what happened. I tried to be adult and mature about it. I had my check recently. Usually my paycheck comes in a sealed envelope. And this last pay period, it did not. And I've had a lot of other crazy mess happening that I just, I felt the need. I need to go ahead and make this post. So, again, I would do IG, but I don't think IG will not allow a video of this length without going live, and I wasn't trying to go live. So, that's it in a nutshell. That's me putting my side of the story on the Grapevine, and have a great day.